Hi guys, welcome back to the Belt and Bond. It is Michelle here, and thank you so much for tuning in to another video on our channel. If you are new here, please press that subscribe button, and if you have been here before, thank you so much for tuning in to another video. And today's video, if you can tell by the title, is going to be the mom tag. So I'm going to be answering about 20 questions that I saw in a mom tag, and maybe I will be tagging some of you. So the first question is, how old were you when you had your first child? I was 29, got pregnant when I was 28. I had a 20 fine prego birthday, and then my son was born about 4 months after that, so I was 29. What was the hardest thing about being pregnant for 9 months? I would say like the antsiness and just kind of the waiting game, like when is he gonna come? Just kind of not knowing what to expect. So I think that was the hardest part. If you've watched my previous videos, you know that I always say I enjoyed every single moment of my pregnancy. So nothing was really hard. Can you think of any good things you enjoyed during those 9 months? I liked being pampered. Got to a point where I couldn't, do my own toes and bend down, so my husband would do that for me. I really enjoyed feeling Scotland moving inside of me, his kicks and his turns. So yeah, being pampered and feeling him inside of me. Let's see. In your opinion, were all the things you heard about childbirth accurate or way off? I'm going to say some were accurate, some were way off. I feel like the contraction pain was kind of way off. People say they feel like menstrual cramps. To me, that was not the case. But it wasn't as hectic or dramatic or intense, I think, as people make it out to be. I think you choose how your own childbirth is going to be. So if you choose to stay calm and relaxed and peaceful, then that's how your childbirth process is going to be. And that's what I chose to do. Would you have handled childbirth differently if you could have? No. Everything went pretty much exactly how I wanted it to go. So I would not change a thing. I mean, pretty much it's out of your control anyway. The baby's going to come when they're ready to come, or if you have to be induced, that's just gonna, be what happens. So I wouldn't do anything differently. What would be your advice to someone who's about to have a baby? Congratulations, enjoy. It's going to change your life, but in the most positive way ever. Keep your relationship with your husband or partner very, very tight. I was watching Black Love, and Tia Mowry said how, having a baby brings you closer for a second and then reality sets in. That's very, very true. So keep your relationship with, the father, baby daddy, partner, whatever your situation is. Just, keep that close. A lot of your attention is going to be focused on the baby, and also keep your attention on yourself. I took about 10 weeks of leave from work. So I was, totally focused on, my baby. But then, as I've gone back to work and just gotten into things, like, don't fall into that mom guilt. It's okay to take care of yourself, do for you so that you can be, the best for your child and your family. What has been the hardest thing about being a mom? Leaving him just to go to work. Even if I leave him to run to the store and he's with his father, I'm like, are y'all going to be okay? He's like, girl, if you don't get out of here. So just leaving him. I cry. It gets, sad, but you're, if you have to go to work, then, you're working to provide for your child and stuff. But, leaving him is definitely hard. What has been the most rewarding thing about being a mom? Just seeing him when he wakes up, when he smiles. Just seeing all of the little milestones from him crawling to standing up, having teeth now. So it's just, amazing. I would hear moms say, like, you get to see life through, a child's eyes. And that really is the case. Like, just watching every new thing, every new experience that they have is just the most rewarding thing ever. What was the most surprising thing you discovered about being a mom? I mentioned this during my expectations versus reality series, but really worrying. I thought I was a worrier before. Now I'm just like constantly worried. And my husband, I guess because, we have a son, he's like, oh, he's all right. He's tough. But if he falls, or if he's, about to fall, or, I'm just extra cautious. So one thing I do a lot is worry. This is number 10. What is the best memory you have involving your child? Dang. I don't really know. I guess I have a couple, like when he started to hold his head up during tummy time and not fuss so much. That was a good one. when he laughs at something that I do, that's a good one. A really, really good one and a sweet one is when he really started to give hugs. Especially now, when he wakes up from a nap or wakes up in the morning, he's already standing up in his crib. And as soon as I pick him up, he like just squeezes my neck. So those are awesome memories. I'm like, hug, hug, and he squeezes my neck. 11. What was the most exciting milestone? So far, crawling and getting teeth. Those are pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to him walking. Next, he can stand up on his own and he may take like one step and then fall. But really crawling, getting teeth, those are pretty exciting right now. What is the worst thing your child has ever done? Bite me with his teeth as he nurses. That's the worst thing. I really don't nurse except for on the weekends because, when I'm at work, he gets a bottle. I may have to nurse in the evening sometime, depending on when he was last fed before I pick him up. But the biting is like the worst thing. And he bites down and he stays down. I have to like insert my finger to, make him unlatch. So that's not good. To try to get him to stop, I'm like, no, don't bite mommy. I'll pull him off and wait, 5-10 minutes before, I put him back on to nurse. But that's the worst thing. What habit did you wish your child didn't have? He's 9 months, so there's not really a bad habit. He does use a pacifier. So one of the things my husband and I talk about is like weaning him off of the pacifier. So I don't wish that he didn't have that habit because he's a baby. And, from my research, it's not a bad thing if they have to use a pacifier. It's just, the older they get, you want to wean him off as soon as possible. So that's, something that's in the back of my mind. This is number 14. What habit of theirs makes you most proud? I guess his sense of humor and personality. He's very funny. He smiles a lot. He laughs a lot. So I'm very proud of that. And people just seem to love him. I'm sure, people love every baby, but a lot of people, I guess just because of his temperament are like, you and your husband have really done a good job with him. So that makes me feel really, really good. And I love the fact that he has a good appetite. Okay. Baby boy can eat. All right. He gets that from his daddy though. 15. Do you share any similarities with your child? Probably it may be a little bit too early to tell, but I think, me and his father are both very silly and he's, kind of silly, has a good sense of humor and just facial features. I was in the bathroom looking in the mirror the other day and my husband was like, he has those eyes like you. When you smile and stuff, he looks like you. So I guess just, some physical features and then just like personality, character traits. 16. Where would you like your child to be in 10 years? Well, he'll be 10 years old, so hopefully in the 5th grade. I don't know if he'll have a late birthday or not since he was in December. So 4th or 5th grade. Hopefully, active in sports or different, activities that he has found his own interest in. We want to introduce him to, a lot of different things when he's young. And that way, when he's older, he can choose, what path he wants to go down or what he likes. But hopefully in 5th grade on the honor roll, playing some sports at the YMCA. Loving the Lord because we raise him up in church. So things like that. 17. What is something having a child has taught you? It's taught me that you cannot control everything. And a lot of, motherhood is, things are beyond your control. Things are going to happen that you can't control. And you just, you roll with it. You make the choices in the moment that you feel is best for your child. So I think I've learned that I can't control it all and that's okay. Like me, I'm not a control freak, but I like to know like what's going on, when stuff is going to happen, how it's going to happen. And, pretty much having a child, you're kind of on a journey and a path all on your own where you're finding your way. And that is okay. So it's a journey to understand that you can't always have everything under control. Number 18. Did you imagine that you'd be a mom at the age you became a mom? No, because I wasn't sure if I could even have kids. Like in my own mind, I had like said something's wrong with me. I can't have children. My husband and I had been married for almost 3 years before we got pregnant and nothing was happening. So, and we weren't, we were never actively trying. I just figured, out of 3 years, something would have happened by then. But, I never really had an age, when I was a little girl, like I wasn't the one saying I want to be married at this age and I want to have kids at this age. That, never was me. So, I wasn't really sure when I was going to have a child, but did it come at the perfect time? Yes, it did. I couldn't have planned it any better. And now that we I'm going to say we talk about having another child, I'm like, I would want this child to come at a good, perfectly planned time if possible. Good luck, right? 19. Uh-oh, I lost it in my phone. 19. Describe your child in a single sentence. Whew. Can I use like a lot of adjectives? I don't know, y'all. I may have to cheat on this one. Scotland is sweet, perfect, of course. The best thing that has ever happened to me, and just an amazing soul or spirit. Like, I love him. That's as good as it gets. The last question in this mom tag is, how have you changed as a person since becoming a mom? So, a little background about me. I am the youngest of 5 children. So people like to say that I'm spoiled and selfish. So I'm going to go with this. I don't think I'm definitely probably still spoiled, but I don't think I'm as selfish as people have made me out to be. A lot of my time and energy and focus is devoted to Scotland. So, I have to steal time, for myself, but I've definitely changed as far as, trying to become more intentional, more purposeful, and it's kind of lit a fire underneath me to really go after what it is that I want in life, whether it's career-wise, business-wise, spiritual, emotional. It just has kind of made me a better person, just made me think about my purpose more and what example I would want to set for him. So that is pretty much it. This mom tag, really, I was able to do it a little quicker than I thought I was, so that's good. So comment down below with any questions that you still may have that maybe weren't answered in the mom tag. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video on the Belton Bond. And remember to be bold, be blessed, and be bonded. Thank you so much for tuning into the Belton Bond. See you next time.